Good afternoon, everybody. Hi. Are we ready to see some slime? Yes. Who likes slime? I love slime. I think slime is awesome. We have some very special slime right behind me here. It is nice and purple, our Vinci Science Center slime, and it is made out of water and guar gum. Has anybody ever heard of guar gum before? Yeah, a couple people might have. It's really cool. It comes from a bean, and you would eat guar gum every day, I bet, if you could, because you find guar gum a lot of times in ice cream. Okay, so who likes ice cream? Yes, ice cream is awesome. So guar gum makes things really thick, so it makes our ice cream nice and creamy, but also gives us a nice, thick, goopy slime that will be falling on my friends right behind me here. Okay. Now, our game today will last about 15 minutes. It's game show style, okay? And each round will have different questions with it. So our first round will have multiple choice questions. Our second round will have true-false questions. And our third round will have open-ended questions. Now, my friends up here can ask the audience for help at any time, okay? So you guys can choose to give them the right answer. Or if you want to see somebody get slimed a little bit faster, you might want to give them the wrong answer. Okay, but that's up to you. Because for every wrong answer they get a strike. For every answer they get right, they can take their strike away or give a strike to another person. Okay. So what do you think happens when we get to 5 strikes? We get slimed. Yes, we get slimed. Okay, so we are going to start off our game here in just a second. I have Kelly to the right of me here. Say hello, Kelly.
Hello.
And I have Matt over here.
Hi.
Now, Matt has said he wants to get slimed no matter what, so we're going to see what happens here. Our questions today are all about bees from our wonderful new beehive out on the exhibit floor that has so many bees running around it today, so we have a bunch of questions all about bees. Okay, so let's get started. Round number 1. We'll start with Kelly over here on my right. So, Kelly, to create 1 pound of honey, how far will bees need to fly? So to create 1 pound of honey, how far do bees need to fly? Is it A, 500 miles, B, 5,000 miles, or C, 50,000 miles? So 500 miles, 5,000 miles, or 50,000 miles?
I'm going to go with B.
Okay, Kelly went with B, 5,000 miles. And I'm sorry, the answer was C, 50,000 miles. Bees may forage up to 2 to 5 miles from the hive. So this means that they need to make 10,000 trips to make 1 pound of honey. Okay, so that means Kelly has her first X well on her way to getting slimed. Let's go over here to Matt. See how we do here. Okay, so bees communicate using each of these except, so we're looking for the one thing they do not use. So bees communicate using each of these except A, pheromones, B, buzzing in patterns, or C, special dances. What do you think? So what do they not use? A, pheromones, B, buzzing in patterns, or C, special dances?
A.
Okay, Matt is going with A, pheromones, and I'm sorry, that is not correct either. They do not use buzzing patterns. Bees give off pheromones that are a special scents that provide instructions to their sisters, and they use a waggle dance to communicate exactly how far away those flowers are. So bees are pretty cool, but they don't use special buzzing patterns with their wings. Okay, so we are 1 and 1 here. Back to Kelly. Okay. Beeswax can really stand up to extreme heat. At what temperature will beeswax start to melt? So at what temperature will beeswax start to melt? Is it A, 148 degrees Fahrenheit, B, 104 degrees Fahrenheit, or C, 200 degrees Fahrenheit? What do you think?
I'm going to poll the audience on this one.
Okay, she's going to poll the audience on this one. So what do you think? If you think A, 148 degrees Fahrenheit, raise your hand. If you think B, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you think C, 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh.
I'll go with the audience. We'll go C.
She's going with the audience. I am sorry, that is not the correct answer. The audience does want you to get slimed. The answer is A, 148 degrees Fahrenheit. That is hottest than the hottest ever day recorded in the United States. So beeswax does not melt very frequently. Okay, so we are 2-1, and we have time for one more question in this round. Okay. So what color is new wax in a beehive? So what is the color of new wax in a beehive? Is it A, yellow, B, brown, or C, clear? What color is new beeswax?
I'm going to go with C.
That's going to go with C, clear. And that is correct. It starts off clear. It will turn white after being chewed down by the bees and the larvae. Okay, so what would you like to do, Matt? Would you like to take one of your strikes away or give one to Kelly?
Give one.
We're going to give one to Kelly. Kelly now has 3 strikes and Matt has 1.
Hey kids, sorry to interrupt, but if you really like slime, making slime, and getting slime, we have a summer camp for you. Check us out at our website. It's going to be a slimy summer.
Okay, on to round number 2, our true-false questions. Okay, first true-false question. True or false, bees sleep? So what do you guys think? Do bees sleep? Do they need 8 hours of sleep like we do?
I actually know the answer to this one. This is false.
She is right, it is false. But they do rest from time to time in the hive, but they do not actually sleep in the same way that we do. Bees might have pretty crazy dreams, though, if they could sleep. So what would you like to do, Kelly?
We're going to give Matt a strike.
So we're going to give Matt a strike because I think both of these guys need to be slimed before we leave here today. Are you ready? Okay. True or false? Bees can disconnect their wings. So true or false? Bees can disconnect their wings. I like that. They set them off, leave them up to dry, hang them up.
I'm going to say false.
Matt's going to go with false. They do not disconnect their wings. I'm sorry, it's true. In the winter, they will disconnect them so that they can pump their wing muscles faster to generate heat. So they don't actually take their wings completely off, but they do disconnect some of the muscles that are attached to their wings there, which is pretty fascinating. Okay. So we are 3 versus 3. Okay. The pressure is on. We are getting closer and closer to seeing somebody get slimed here. Okay. So true or false? Bees were on Earth at the same time as the dinosaurs. True or false? Bees were on Earth at the same time as the dinosaurs.
I'm going to go with false.
Kelly's going to go with false. She's correct. That is false. Bees only appeared on Earth about 150 million years ago, much later than the dinosaurs. What do you think, Kelly?
We're going to give Matt another strike.
We're going to give Matt another strike. And you know what that means? He might get slimed on this next question. Are you ready?
Ready.
There's a lot of pressure with this one. Okay. True or false? This is a tough one. Bees have an agricultural value of approximately $15 $15 million a year in the United States. So bees are worth $15 million a year in the United States. Okay, so their farm value is $15 million. True or false?
I'm going to say false. I think they're worth more than that.
$15 million is a lot of money. I don't know. You said false? It's false. That is correct. And he was right with his instincts there. Okay, so bee pollination has an agricultural value of about $15 billion in the United States alone. Okay, so these bees travel all over the country visiting different farms, and $15 billion worth of agriculture. So what would you like to do, Matt?
Strike her.
Oh, we're going to give Callie a strike. And that means that somebody is getting slimed with this next one. Unless they decide to be kind and take one of their own strikes away. But we're going to see what happens here. I have a feeling that might not happen. Okay. True or false? Honeybees eat honey. True or false? Honeybees eat honey.
I'm going to say true.
It's going to go with true. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, why else would they make all this honey sitting in their hive? You think she's right? No? It is true. Honeybees eat lots of honey. That's what they're making it for. It helps sustain them through the winter as well. So that means Matt is getting slimed here. Are you ready? Okay. Help me count down, guys. 3, 2, 1. Wow! Quite the mess up here. How was that, Matt?
It stinks.
That was the end of round 2. And Ben, if you could please pass me a towel there for Matt. Like we said, a common ingredient in ice cream, but does it actually taste like ice cream, Matt? No? He said it doesn't taste like ice cream. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, so let's move on to round number 3, see if we can still get Kelly slimed here before we leave. These are the open-ended questions here. And Matt, it is your turn. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. How much honey will a single honeybee collector collect in her lifetime? So how much honey will a single bee collect in her lifetime? What do you think?
For pounds? 1,000 pounds.
You think 1,000 pounds? Honeybee is going to collect 1,000 pounds in her lifetime. That's a lot of honey. This is one bee. Okay. I'm sorry, that is not correct. She may be able to collect 1/12 of a teaspoon in her lifetime. 1/12 of a teaspoon. Okay, so that gives you an idea of why there are so many bees out in the world. So just think, one bee, 1/12 of a teaspoon, how many bees it must take to create an entire pound of honey. Okay, I'm sorry, we're back to 1x again. Okay, we're going back over to Kelly. Bees are responsible for making honey and what other incredibly important job? So what is something else that bees do besides make honey?
Pollination.
You got it. Pollination. So bees are very responsible for pollinating. That's why it's so important to keep them around. They're very integral to most of our crops out in the United States. Okay, so what would you like to do, Kelly?
Give him another X.
Yeah, let's give him another X. Maybe we'll see Matt slimed twice today. Okay. So Matt, bees keep their hive at a constant temperature throughout the winter. What is this temperature? It's in Fahrenheit. Okay, so how warm do they keep their hive during the winter time?
85 degrees Fahrenheit.
85 degrees? That's pretty warm. And that was pretty close, but I'm sorry, it's not right. The correct answer is 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Even in the coldest part of winter, makes me want to move into a beehive because my home only hits about 68 in the winter. Okay, but bees are 92 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter. Keep themselves nice and warm. Okay. Come on, Kelly. We've got to get slimed here. Okay. How many times do bees stroke their wings per minute? So how many times do bees stroke or flap their wings per minute? What do you think?
I'm going to go with 100.
100 times per minute? That's pretty fast. What do you guys think? You think higher? They think higher.
Stay with 100.
She's going to stay with 100. It's 11,400 times per minute. That is 190 times per second. So you're close on the second time there, but that means Kelly is going to get slimed here. So here we go. We're going to count down again. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Slime! Oh! Big round of applause for both of our contestants here. Thank you guys so much. We brought up both of our contestants.